Hello students, welcome back to my class. This is my second revision class. In first revision class, I have taught you sentences. In this revision class, I am going to teach you chapter number 2 of English grammar, and the topic is noun. In this chapter, we are going to learn about noun. So, first of all, let us see what is a noun. Noun is the name of person, place, animal, thing or idea. So, this is the definition of noun. For example, we are going to say person. How can I understand is person? For example, we are going to say Anil. Anil is the name of a person. We can say boy. Boy is used for person. Person, animal. We can say cow, tiger. These words suggest us that they are animals. That's why these are the nouns. Person, place, for example, Argupur Kala. Argupur Kala. You can say Jaunpur. You can say Varanasi, etc. So the place is also noun. Person, place, animal and thing. In thing, you can say fan, table, chair, etc. And ideas too. Idea is also the noun. For example, goodness, weakness, etc. These are the ideas. So, noun can be person, animal, place, thing or idea. So, these are the nouns. The common noun is a name given commonly to everybody. For example, we can say boy. This is not a particular name. This is a common name given. Boy is the common noun. Commonly we can call any person who is not adult, who is not much grown up as boy, who is male. If that person is female, we can say girl. We can say here fox. This is proper noun. We can say dog. This is common noun. These are common noun because these are the names which are given in common. They are not given in particular. That's why these nouns are common nouns. And come to the second one. Now see the proper noun. The noun, if we are going to give the special or particular name to any person, place, animal or thing, then it is proper noun. For example, we can say Ram, Anita, Moti. Sometimes we give the name of our pet. For example, we are going to give the special name, particular name for our dog. At that time, that name is proper noun. If we are going to say dog, it is common noun. But if we are going to give the name of that pet, then we can say it proper noun. So these are the proper noun. The noun which are used for any particular person, place, animal or thing is called the proper noun. Now come to the next one, that is collective noun. When we are going to use the nouns as a whole in a group, then it is called the collective noun. whenever we are going to use the noun into collection, into a group, then it is called the collective noun. And in collective noun, we consider a group of people, a lot of people, here you can say a lot of things as one thing. That's why this is called the collective noun. For example, we can say herd, team, group, etc. These are the collective noun. If you are going to say team, a team means a team must have many players. That's why there are many players. There is the group of many people. You can say collection of many people. That's why it is collective noun. Herd means there are many animals which are walking, which are going with each other. There are many animals and we are going to say those animals as a whole. We are going to consider as one. That's why this is collective noun, herd. Like that, group. In a group there may be many persons. So now come to the next one, that is material noun. The noun which is used for the matters, for the substances are called the material noun. For example, we can say gold, silver, iron, plastic, aluminium, like that. So the matters or substances are called the material noun. Now come to the next and last one, that is abstract noun. And the noun about which we can only think of are called the abstract noun. An abstract noun is the name of a noun about which we can only think of. For example, pity, hope, kindness, pity. We can only think of about pity. We can't see, we can't touch pity, but only we can only think of about pity. That's why it is an abstract noun. Hope, we can only think of about our hope. What our hope, what is our hope, what is our expectations, we can only think of. That's why it is abstract noun. Abstract noun. Kindness, we can only think of about kindness. That's why kindness is the abstract noun. So these are the 5 kinds of nouns. Noun can also be divided as countable and uncountable noun. Countable, countable noun and uncountable noun. What is countable noun? What is countable noun? The noun which can be counted are called the countable nouns. For example, we can say fine, 1 fine, 2 fine, 3 fine. We can say table, 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, 4 table. We can count these things. If there is a noun which can be counted, is called the countable noun. A noun which can be counted is called the countable noun. For example, chair, pen, fine, etc. These things can be counted. And what is uncountable noun? The noun which can't be counted are called the uncountable nouns. There are many nouns which can't be counted, and those nouns are called the uncountable noun. For example, rice, we can't count the rice. Hope, we can't count the hope as 1 hope, 2 hope, 3 hope. Star, we can't count the star, like that. So the things which cannot be counted, like milk, water, milk, water. We can't count these things. That's why these nouns are called the uncountable nouns. So this is the chapter about countable and uncountable noun. Now I am going to tell you a few sentences from your exercise that you can understand the chapter. Now let us see the exercises that are given in your book. So the first exercise is exercise number 1, and in exercise number 1 it is given underline the proper nouns and circle the common nouns in the following sentences. There are 6 sentences, but I am going to tell you about 4-5 sentences. Number 1, that is Abdul and Latif are brothers. Abdul and Latif are brothers. Number 2 is Mr. Lal is flying to Singapore on Friday. Mr. Lal is flying to Singapore on Friday. Delhi is the capital of India. Delhi is the capital of India. The Gita and the Quran are holy books. The Gita and the Quran are the holy books. Now see, it is said in this, underline the proper noun and circle the common noun. What is proper noun? Underline Abdul. Abdul is the name of a particular person. That's why this is proper noun. Latif. Latif is also the name of a particular person. That's why this is proper noun. So we have to underline proper noun and encircle the common noun. Brothers. Brothers are the name that are given in common. It is not the name of any particular person. That's why this is common noun. Brothers is the common noun. Now see the second one. Mr. Lal is the proper noun. It is given to a person. It is a name that is given to a person. This is the particular name of a person. That's why this is proper noun. Is flying is the verb. To Singapore. Singapore is the proper noun because this is the name given to a particular place. That's why this is the proper noun. On Friday. Friday is also the proper noun because it is the particular name of a day. That's why this is also the proper noun. Now see the third one. Delhi. Delhi is the proper noun because it is given name. It is the name that is given for a particular place. That's why Delhi is the proper noun. Now come to the second one. Is the capital. Capital is the common noun. We can use capital in common. There may be many capitals. Capital of India, capital of Iran, capital of Sri Lanka, capital of Bhutan, capital of Nepal. So capital is a noun that is used in common. That's why capital is the common noun. And India. India is the proper noun. It is a name given to a particular place. So now see the fourth one. The Gita. Gita is the proper noun. It is the name. It is the particular name of a holy book. It is a holy book, but that holy book is given a particular name. Quran. Quran is also the proper noun because it is also a holy book and it is the given name of a particular book. Or the holy books, book is the common noun, it is the name that is given in common. There may be many books, there may be Gita, Quran, there may be the books like science books, literature books, etc., and all the books have given some particular name too. But if we are not going to say the particular name of those books, then if we are going to use only book, it means this is the common name, that's why it is common noun. Now let us see the next exercise, exercise number 2. In exercise number 2, it is given, underline the abstract noun in the following sentences. We have to underline the abstract noun. Number 1, I am going to write 3 sentences. Number 1, he lost his parents in childhood. He lost his parents in childhood. Number 2, elephant, the elephant has great strength. The elephant has great strength, has great strength, has great strength. Number 3, they groped their way, they groped their way through darkness, through darkness. Now let us see. We have to underline the abstract nouns in the given sentences. So first sentence is, he lost his parents. Parents is also noun, but this is not abstract noun. Parents, this is common noun in childhood. Childhood, बचपना आपका. अगर हम बचपना कहते हैं, childhood कहते हैं, it means it is abstract noun. So childhood is the abstract noun. Now see the second one, the elephant. Elephant is the noun, but it is common noun. It is not abstract noun. It is the given name of an animal, and common name of an animal has great strength. Strength, ताकत. This is only, we can only feel about strength. That's why this is the abstract noun. Now this, see the third one, they groped their way. Way is also noun, but this is not abstract noun. This is common noun. And through darkness, darkness, darkness अंधकार को कहते हैं, अंधेरे को कहते हैं. So darkness, we can only feel about darkness. That's why darkness is the abstract noun. The noun about which we can feel is the abstract noun. Way, we can go through the way, this is common noun. There may be we can give the name of common noun to make it proper, but we can't give the name of abstract noun to make it proper. If it is child, we can give it as a name of child, but childhood, we can't give the name of childhood. So these are the abstract nouns. Now see the next, the third one, exercise number 3. In exercise number 3, it is said, underline the nouns in the following sentences and say whether they are common, proper, abstract or collective. Write C for common, P for proper, A for abstract and Co for collective nouns. We are going to write whole. So we are going to see only a few examples of exercise number 3. Here it is given, the girl has a sweet voice. The girl has a sweet voice. Number 2, Agra has many fine buildings. Agra has many fine buildings. Next, there was a large crowd in the street. There was a large crowd in the street. So let us see the different kinds of nouns in these sentences. See the sentence number 1, the girl. Girl is the common noun. Girl is the common noun. Has a sweet voice. Voice is the abstract noun. Next one, Agra. Agra we know is the proper noun. Has many fine buildings. Building is the common noun. Next one, there was a large crowd. Crowd, it is collective noun. This is collective noun. In the street, street is the common noun. So you have to do the exercise, this exercise like that. Now see the next exercise. Exercise number 4. Say which of the following nouns are countable and which are uncountable. Write C for countable and UC for uncountable. So exercise number 4 tells us to choose the countable and uncountable noun in the given words. We have to write C for countable and UC for uncountable noun. First one is given chair. Chair. We know we can count the chair. That's why this is countable noun. Second one is given house. House. We know that we can count the house. That's why this is also countable noun. Next one, water. Water. We know that we can't count the water as 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why this is uncountable noun. Next one is cup. We can count the cup. 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup, like that. Next one is music. I am going to tell you only 5, then you will do yourself. Music. We can't count the music, that's why this is uncountable noun. So in this exercise, we have to pick out the countable and uncountable noun. Here are given a few exercises and you have to add some nouns to complete those exercises. For example, is wealth. It is given is wealth. We can say health is wealth. Health is wealth. Health, we can add the noun health, like that. And is the capital of India. It is given is the capital of India. We know that Delhi is the capital of India. So here will be Delhi. Like that, you have to add the nouns in the sentences that are given in exercise number 5. So the revision of noun is completed now. Thank you. Have a nice day.